is about sleep, about getting the right amount of sleep and about getting a good quality sleep. I'm going to start with a quote from a Gillian Flynn book called Gone Girl, and that quote is that sleep is like a cat, it only comes to you when you ignore it. And I think a lot of us can relate to that. Having the right amount of sleep and a good quality sleep has a big impact on our physical and our mental health. If we don't get enough sleep, and a lot of us have experienced this before, it can end up making us feel grouchy. It can make us feel anxious, worried, sad. It makes concentration difficult. It can have an impact on our physical health as well. Not everybody realises that getting too much sleep can also have a poor effect on our physical and mental health. It can be linked to heart disease and to diabetes, but also getting too much sleep can lead to us feeling too tired, which is a strange paradox, but it's true. So what can we do to make sure that we're getting the right amount of sleep? But what is the right amount? For an average adult, the right amount of sleep is between 7 and 9 hours per night. Now you'll know yourself whether you're on the sort of smaller or larger end of that, and I know that there are some people who can survive on much less, but the optimum amount is there between 7 and 9 hours. Work out for yourself what's best for you. So how do we make sure we get the best quality sleep possible? Well, number one is routine. Having a good sleep routine will have the greatest impact on the amount and the quality of sleep that you get. So that means going to bed at the same time every night and getting up at the same time every morning. That can be difficult sometimes, particularly when we feel we don't have much on the next day. We think we can stay up a bit later and get up later, or even if we've gone to bed at our usual time in the morning, sometimes we just want to turn over and get a bit more sleep. But that can negatively impact your sleep pattern. We want to program our brains so we get the right amount of sleep every single night. So what can we do to make it easier to get to sleep? Well, first of all, let's make sure we haven't had too much caffeine during the day. Caffeine is a stimulant. It really is recommended that you don't have caffeine for between 6 and 8 hours before you're going to bed. So for many of us, that means your last tea or coffee per day should be about 3 o'clock in the afternoon or 4 o'clock in the afternoon. There's also caffeine in chocolate, so limit your chocolate intake before bed as well. Limit your screen time. I'm going to tell you about melatonin. It's a hormone that our body releases at bedtime. It comes upon us when it starts to get dark outside and it makes us feel sleepy. If we're looking at screens, be it our phones or our TV, too much, the bright light from that screen can trick our brain and body into thinking that it is still daytime and we don't release as much melatonin, which makes us feel sleepy. Also, being on screens can make our brain active, so it can make us think about a lot more. It can make us feel happy or anxious or excited, but none of those emotions are particularly conducive to going to bed. When we do get through to our bedrooms, the best scenario is a tidy, comfortable room. So make that bedroom as peaceful as possible. It should be dark and it should be quiet and it should be the right temperature for you for getting to sleep. So what can you do during the day to make sure you get a good sleep at night? Well, number one is exercise. So moving that body is going to improve the quality of your sleep and help you get to sleep at night. So lots of exercise is always a good idea. What about napping? Well, if you do enjoy napping and you find that it's something that perks you up and it keeps you feeling good, then it's okay, but we recommend no more than 20 to 30 minutes of napping each day. More than that can lead to disrupting your sleep pattern at night. So back to the beginning, the most important thing is your sleep routine. Getting to bed at the same time every night, getting up at the same time every morning, and making sure you get the right amount of sleep. And all of that is going to lead to the best possible quality of sleep, so you're going to be feeling your best during the day.